might reduce input delay on your whatever you're playing on. So let's get into it. Alright, so first off, we're gonna start with the controller settings, which is the main thing. Alright, so go to your controller settings, and what we're gonna do in here is there's a new thing this year called ADS sensitivity transition timing, and this is something you want to test and play around with. I've used all of them, like in a bots match and in real multiplayer matches, but instant feels the best to me because as soon as you aim in, it instantly goes to your ADS sensitivity. And so I don't know if you're using a custom ADS sensitivity, you might want to look at this and just play around with it. But the best two I feel like is gradual and instant. So yeah, just look at those two. I mean, and you could try after Zoom, but I think these are the best. So just look at these, try one of them, see which one feels good whenever you aim in and out, like ADS and the second thing would be your dead zone. All right, so I've got my left stick max input dead zone weird, and it's at 85, but I'm ready to tell you why soon. But starting from left trigger minimal input dead zone, you want to put that at 0, and put right trigger minimal input dead zone at 0, because whenever you pull down the trigger, it instantly does the action. It doesn't wait. You feel me? There's no like dead zone in the triggers to where you got to get to a certain part, uh, and then the trigger activates. So yeah, just put that to 0. And left stick, right stick minimal. You want to turn these to 0. This is just like your regular dead zone settings in most games. So put that to 0. And then the right stick, left stick max input. For the right stick, you want to use 100, or you can use 99 like last year or 2 years ago. Well, not last year. Black Ops Cold War, most pros and people said use 99. But in this game, I use 100. So use 100 for the right stick max input dead zone, and left I put mine at 85 because let me try to break this down. Whenever it's like I don't use auto tech sprint in this game, but I use it in Warzone, and so there's a certain like speed you gotta get to before you can sprint. So when I have it at 85, it takes it a short time for my controller to get to full speed. Uh, as I'm deflecting the controller, my thumbstick to any direction, it's gonna get to the max speed quicker. As if somebody has theirs 100. So I'm just trying 85 right now because I want my thumbstick to feel like it's on adult tech sprint as much as possible without it being actually on. So yeah, that's the reason why. And the last one for controllers is target aim assist. Black Ops target aim assist mode, I feel, is the best one out of all. I've tested everything, and I've tested like different response type curves with like target aim assist modes and stuff and all of that. And I say dynamic with Black Ops target aim assist, it's some strong aim assist. You'll be hitting targets. You'll be able to flick on controller like how mouse and keyboards people do. You feel me? So yeah, use Black Ops, I say, or you could just try using default. Keep using default, but Black Ops is meta, I feel. So yeah, try that. All right. So next, what we're gonna talk about is we finna talk about input delay and screen delay. So hold on. I don't really have to do nothing in the game for real, but there's one thing I did forget to mention on the little list, and it is in game. We're gonna do that one first. All right, so I don't think this is on console, but yeah, if you're on PC, you have a NVIDIA GPU. you want to go to graphics settings and then go to gameplay, and there's gonna be a setting down here called NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency. You're gonna want to turn that on boost. So turn it to on plus boost, and you'll get like better. You'll get lower latency in your game, depending on if your GPU is like bad or good. So it's gonna work better for a bad GPU. So if you got an older GPU, use this setting. All right, so next couple things, they're not really in the game, but there's stuff that you can do outside the game and stuff that you could do for your PC. And that is one, if you, this one could help for like console players as well. If you play on a TV or anything or a monitor, you need to go in your settings on your monitor, your display, whatever you're using, and try to find a setting called game mode or MPRT or overdrive, something like that. And then you want to turn it to the fastest setting, because when you do that, it's gonna take out like all the extra effects that your monitor TV is doing, and it just like it cuts out a whole lot of the input delay, because your monitor, your TV isn't having to go through all these post-process effects and stuff. And so it's just cutting that out. And what that does is it helps you react faster in the game, which is going to be good for whenever you're trying to target somebody and you're not just slowly pulling your thumbstick down and stuff. But yeah, turn that on. Controller overclocking is also a thing. You would have to look at a different video for that, because I don't know how to put all of that stuff in here. I don't want to make this video like a 40-minute video, because I know a whole lot of stuff, but it's going to be way too much just to put in one video. And the second thing, or the other thing, is to use a program called ISLC, which is Intelligent Standby List Cleaner. And what that does is it swipes away any memory being used by your system that is being hogged and stuff, and it'll like freshly clean it, and you won't have no stutters and stuff. Like, say like if you was walking, you know where a store is, any store you walk to or any place you can walk to. Just say you walk that walk every day, but say somebody's putting weights on you as you go. So like that's basically what it does, is it cleans off the weights off your back, and it makes your PC like feel fresh, like you just started it and turned it on. So, and it also has a timer resolution tool on it as well, so you could turn the timer resolution to I don't want to get too much into this, but it's also something like, I don't know how to describe it, but it also deals with input delay. It's like the time for you to make things happen. Like, I don't know, if you click on something, it's the time it takes for it to react like that. But yeah, I don't want to get too much into that part. But the last part would be get a higher hertz monitor, because the more frames you win games. And hertz is different from frames. People get those two mixed up. How I describe hertz to be would be like just the amount of frames you could hold onto a monitor. And like a frame is basically like, it's just, a picture book and how they flick the pages, and every page they have a drawing on it, and it makes it seem like it's moving. That's basically what's going on with the screens. So the more frames is basically how fast the book is moving, and how fast you can see the picture, and it makes it smoother. So if you got a smoother experience, you're gonna be able to hit targets better. It's not gonna be all choppy like if you was playing on a 60 hertz monitor. I play on a 144 hertz monitor, but it's overclocked to 165. So you feel me? I'm over here blinging. Not really, but I wish I had a 240 hertz. But yeah, I'm good with this one. And that's pretty much it. Get you a higher hertz monitor. And then third would be my game setup. Let's get into the game setup. First, you want to put it on free for all. Then go to a map. Pick any map you want. I say the best maps are like the ones that they use in competitive, which is Tuscan. You got Vutu. You got Desert Siege, Damascus, Castle, Bokage, and Berlin. I'm gonna use Damascus though, for real. Alright, so the game setup is free for all. Then go to game rules, and you want to turn the time limit to unlimited, the score limited. The score limit to unlimited. The match start time, turn that to 5 seconds. The skip infield, turn that to enabled, because I don't know, I just turn it on enabled. Then I go to kill streaks. I disable them because I don't want the bots just running a bunch of kill streaks, which they don't really get them, but I just keep it on. And for the Warzone players, beef up the health to like 200. And I guess that simulates the health. I don't know. It seems a little beefy in this game, but I don't know. You could try putting it to 200. I've tried 250, but that's way too strong. But yeah, 200 points for if you want to practice Warzone and these guns that are in Warzone. But if you're just playing for Vanguard, just put it to 100. And I turn weapon mounting up because I'm not a weapon mounter. And that's pretty much it. Like, just turn the game settings into kill streaks. These are the only two you really got to touch. Anything else in player, team, and gameplay is just access. Like, I wish they had like a way you could restrict certain guns, because all the bots just run around with shotguns and they just one tap every time. But yeah, so that's the settings for the setup. I'm ready to just load up, and I got a little bit of bonus stuff that I could say, and stuff that just will help you get better. You feel me? I ain't made a video in a while. You feel me? I'm just chilling though, so I'm trying to get this for y'all. Alright, so for some bonus ones would be get you a wired controller, because wired controllers it's more consistent in the polling rate, and you're not gonna be having to deal with like a wireless being inconsistent with the input. So yeah, get you a wired controller. Wireless is bookie. I mean, some certain cases is good. Like, I got a rabbit and she chews up a bunch of stuff, so a wireless in the future, when wireless is a thing and it's real good and consistent, I may go to wireless. But for right now, I'm doing wired. Everything wired. Ethernet wired. Don't use Wi-Fi. If you use Wi-Fi, that's not the best thing you could do for your gaming experience. But the next name would be 420. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it short. That third would be get you a 1 millisecond response time monitor, so you could be as fast as you can be. You don't want to be sluggish because of a 27 response time TV in your living room. The big flat screen TVs, they usually have the most response time, and you don't want that. You want low response time on a monitor. Or if you play on a TV, just get a TV. I know there's a bunch of TVs out there. I think they're like 5 millisecond. I don't know if I've seen any 1 millisecond response time TVs, but I'm sure there is some out there. Yeah, that's that. Get you some control freaks. That's another thing. Buy you control freaks for your controller. I bought some. What are these? I think these are Warzone control freaks. I'm not gonna put any pictures up on the screen or nothing, but just going off of what I said, you could type them up, go to your local GameStop or whatever, and get you some Control Freaks. Those are really good for aim. So like you could shoot people from this distance and stuff. Snap like that and all of that. Yeah. And next would be play Claw. I play Claw because it's just cheaper for you buying controllers. I do want the new Scuff like DualSense, but I don't know. I feel like it's just gonna be another like controller that's gonna get a bunch of stick drift, and I don't want stick drift. I want like a controller that's gonna be working months down the line. So yeah, do all of that. I'm ready to play with my Warzone class. Next would be play Aim Labs on Steam. If you don't have a PC and you on console, I don't know. I don't know what to do for real. I guess I don't know. You just have to practice your aim in game. But if you're on PC, go to Steam and then download Aim Labs. And trust me, once you download Aim Labs and you just like start doing a bunch of scenarios, you figure out which ones is good for you, which ones you like to practice. I said to myself that I need to train on tracking and learning better on how to be a better tracker. And so I just set up a bunch of like tracking scenarios and stuff, and I got better. So you feel me? That's why I'm shadow banned on Warzone, is because my aim got better. And I don't know why they just be hating. They just be reporting people and stuff. It's just rage reporters. It's not even that. I mean, I did get